Okay, let's start out with what I have on reserve for my complexion products. I'm going to be using this primer I got in a Credo beauty box, and it's from the brand Exa. Now, you all know I don't use primers too often, but I've been feeling like I need something especially like hydrating on top of my moisturizer before I apply my foundation recently. And this one is called the Splash Zone oil-free hydrating primer. So this is one I just opened up and I was like, you know what? We're going to use this until we use it up. It's just like a green gel. It has a very cooling sensation to it. Also, I really like that it doesn't have a smell. So yeah, it's just like a little added touch of hydration for me. L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I have probably a little less than half of this tube left. So this was a big winner for me at the beginning of the summertime. This is a product I have repurchased. I have the shade Light, and I wore this as foundation for a good part of like spring and early summer. I kind of just had rediscovered it, and for a long time I was just really liking it as a quick kind of like base product with a touch of concealer on top. But now I'm really just trying to use it as more of a base product or as like a highlighter when I finish off my makeup. Now, a lot of my complexion products I'm going to talk about for this project pan are ones that I'm really just including right now because they are definitely summer shades and I am losing quite a bit of color as the temperatures drop, obviously not going on many tropical vacations right now. So this is just one of my foundations I was loving for the summertime that I know is not going to match me this winter. Will I repurchase it in a lighter color? Possibly, but it is the L'Oreal Age Perfect 4-in-1 Balm. So this was, I mean, you can see got a pretty good dent in it right now. I still have quite a bit to go, but you do have to use not a lot of the product, but a substantial amount to get some coverage. So I would definitely say I use a little bit more than the average complexion product, just because if you don't, then it is like totally sheer. It literally just looks like a soft bit of color on your skin. But you can layer it to a good, just solid light coverage. So this shade that I'm wearing right now is number 10. It's just called Light, but it does run kind of on the orange side. So it comes off definitely more tan than I feel like a drugstore light foundation would be. It's super creamy, lightweight, hydrating. I have just really enjoyed this, especially for times when my skin has kind of been flared up and I don't really feel like wearing a ton of makeup. Kind of just like a classic summer staple for me. All right, let's talk about e.l.f. Flawless Brightening. This is a recent purchase for me. I've had it for a couple of months and I initially bought 2 colors. I just really didn't know what shade I was going to be, and they both are a pretty good match for me. I have 23C and 26N. I'm going to use 26N today because, again, I definitely feel like it's going to be dark on me very quickly. So yeah, truly, I'm just trying to use this one up because I know as soon as my summer tan goes away, I'm just going to switch to the 23C, and I would really prefer to just have this one used up. Love this formula. If you've missed me raving about this for my past several videos, it is just the most delicate, beautiful drugstore concealer. If you like concealers that are just brightening and have a light medium coverage, this one's it. It's so, so good. Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer. This one is in the shade Light Medium. So this is one I have just been religiously using, and I already have a pretty solid dent in it. So I kind of just thought out of all of my cream bronzers, this one would be the most likely that I would use up the quickest, and I just really love it. Like, I feel as if it just goes with any type of base that I wear. I also like to wear it pretty heavy, so I'll apply it pretty pretty dark at first, but since it is more of a sheer formula, it does blend out really easy. It's a really great cream bronzer. It does blend into the skin really beautifully. Also, I love this light medium color. It's like the perfect balance of a warm and a red tone. It's not too gray, it's not too red, but it's also not too orangey. This is the Kaja blush in Koi, and I think I talked about this in maybe my last video, my most recent video. But I have just been loving this delicate pink. It's so easy to use, and it just kind of ended up in my stash. And so I thought, okay, you know, there's not a ton of product that comes in here, and it also has a sponge already inside of it, which does absorb quite a bit of the product. So I just thought this would be a really good universal blush to use daily, and also one that's probably not going to take me that long to use up. So really love the formula on this. I've been into Kaja. They actually sent me some of their little eyeshadow trios, the stackable eyeshadow trios, and I created like the prettiest eyeshadow look with it the other day. So yeah, I've been enjoying a few of their products. I honestly don't know if I'm ever going to run out of this powder. I purchased a backup several months ago because I thought, okay, for sure, we're going to use this up. Like we already, you know, we're getting close. But I don't know, something about the last edge here is just really holding up. And for obvious reasons, this powder is in my project pan because it is almost gone. So I thought it's literally, it just doesn't want to disappear for me. So any other case, that would be amazing. Like if I did not collect and review makeup for a living, that would be phenomenal. Unfortunately, I have several other powders that are waiting to be tested. So now don't get me wrong, this is still to this day, like hands down, probably my favorite setting powder of life. But you know, a girl's got to try something different every now and then. Merit Day Glow in Citrine. This is the new-ish shade that they released. This is a lovely highlighter, definitely my favorite out of all of the Day Glow shades. I think there are two others. This one has a little bit more of like a high shine impact, and I also just like that citrus color that it gives off. It's not really a gold, it's not really a pink, it just has this like soft kind of peachy effect to it. These are my two Project Pan brow picks, and they are the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Fix, just the clear brow gel, and then Urban Decay Brow Blade. Honestly, I've been using Brow Blade for the entire year. Like I don't think I've used very many products, if any other products on my brows other than the brow blade. So yeah, I don't know. I love this combination. Most of the time I do use the little felt tip pen. I just dyed my hair back to like my natural color, so I'm a little bit darker. I was using Taupe Trap, and now I'm using Neutral Nana. But sometimes I do use the pencil side. There's a pencil on this side as well. It just kind of depends on what I'm feeling, but I just fill in the front portion, a few gaps, and then we just call it a day. It was hilarious when I dyed my hair back to my natural color and got rid of a lot of the blonde. I was using that Taupe Trap color, which is super cool and almost like a gray. And so I filled in my eyebrows with it one day, and with my new hair color, oh my gosh, Satan was embarrassed for me. Okay, let's just say that. So luckily I had this darker one on hand, and it fits much better. And then I just pop on a little bit of my clear brow gel. So you might have heard me in my last video talking about how I was mixing Charlotte Tilbury's Champagne and Oyster Pearl Eyes to Mesmerize to get like a custom color. I actually have both of those in my project pan set up, but today I think I'm just going to use Oyster Pearl because I do want to do something a little bit darker on my eyes. And then I also have my Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick in the shade Espresso. So we're just going to do a nice little taupey brown metallic situation. Very neutral, obviously. These are just so easy and classic. I mean, truly, they are pricey shadows, but they're just stunning on the eyes, easy to use. I don't know. I think they're winners. I'm gonna take a little bit of espresso and use that to darken up my lash line. This is just a matte, like rich, almost like a coffee bean brown. Tarte Surfer Girl, of course, mascara of choice. Now this one takes a long time to run out of. The formula is like a semi-dry, but not dry enough to where you just run out of it super quick. I do have the new Tower 28 mascara. That's probably going to be on play next. I've been testing it out a couple days and I do like it. It is not as dramatic as this Tarte Surfer Curl, but it almost has like a flirtatious vibe to it. So I've been enjoying it. I think that one will be the next mascara in my lineup. If I'm being totally honest, I don't necessarily have a lip product that I'm trying to use up per se. I did put a few in, you know, my project pan to round things out, but honestly, most days I just swap out. The only thing that stays consistent is my lip liners. I basically use Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat, Sephora Rouge Gel, or some of the Makeup Forever Artist Pencils, which is what I'm going to use today. This one is in the shade Completely Sepia. I'm going to pair it with the new Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Cream. This is really just a lipstick. Like, if I'm being honest, it's just a very creamy lipstick, and it's in the shade Soft Rose. And I have been trying to use up my Pat McGrath Lust Gloss in Peach Perversion for a very long time now. But again, it's one of those, it hangs in there. Okay, here we are. These are all of the products in my current project pan. I hope to have these used up in the next couple months, or at least several replaced. So my plan is, once I kind of have a fresh new project pan going, to kind of update you guys. If you like seeing these videos, I didn't really realize anyone was interested until I actually posted on my TikTok. A lot of people were interested there, and then I mentioned it here on YouTube, and I got a lot of feedback from you all saying, you know, you'd like to see these every now and then. So confirm that for me. Let me know this is something that you might like to see. It's refreshing. It's just refreshing to have a goal to kind of just use up product. And it's actually kind of helped me refrain from just giving in to all of the new launches. You know, I think to myself, like, okay, I literally have something for a full face in my project pan for every single day. There's really no need for me to pick this up. Now, obviously, it's my job. Like, if there is something that is that intriguing to me and I think you all are going to like, I can't help myself. I am picking it up. But yeah, I've just been enjoying doing this. This is my first time. It's been around for a long time. And let me know if you decide to join me. Let me know if you participate in your own project pan. I would love to know as well. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.